This is a major problem. It is a crisis, and it is a crisis that can be solved. We're not haters, we're lovers. We like this administration. We're friends with this administration. And just like a friend who prevents you from getting into a bar fight, we're going to get your ass kicked. We are trying to help. And it looks like we may well have had our first victory here. Let's see. Judicial Watch, ladies and gentlemen. Justice Department says that it is reviewing the FBI DOJ records for possible release. Judicial Watch announced a joint status report in federal court reporting that the Justice Department and the FBI are reviewing their records in the FOIA lawsuit, Jeffrey Epstein related. The lawsuit request identifies clients, associates of Epstein. The Justice Department's disclosure is at odds with leaked, unsigned, and undated Justice Department FBI memo that suggests no more Epstein records would be disclosed to the American people. Well, they have the records. They have to release them. That's how FOIA works. It's the law. They have to give you these records. Maybe they can redact the whole thing, but what would that show? What if they released an entire binder of black pages? ALX, you still got your binder? Poor ALX. He got one of those Epstein binders. You still got yours? Uh-oh. ALX still got it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an Epstein binder. I don't think we have it with it. ALX is in the studio. There he is! Oh, no. You all love ALX. You all love ALX. Look at ALX doing the one thing that you should have done, which is to search through. Let's just do a real quick shout out to ALX. ALX got one of these binders at this influencer event, the humiliating one where they all, danced around with them, right? ALX, instead of dancing for the cameras, decided to actually look through the information in the binder and to see if there's any relevant information. He did the thing that you would do if you were a journalist. If you had a large platform, and you should probably be reviewing what the hell's inside, right? Instead of dancing with it like a prop. This is not like, I'm not trying to lash out at these, this is a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It should have never happened, honestly. What do you think is going to happen? You hand a bunch of influencers a prop that says the Epstein files. What do you think is going to happen? It's like, this photo is guaranteed. Then, by the way, they walked him out in front of the world's press. It was a setup. They should be furious. These are some of President Trump's most ardent supporters. People that appear on our show regularly. People we love. There's Libs of TikTok. Scott Pressler's on the other side. Cernovich is on the other side. Cernovich has done an enormous amount of work on the Epstein issue. Very honorable and noble work. And they trotted these people out to humiliate them. It was an embarrassment. And these are some of President Trump's strongest allies. And so it's really, really, truly frustrating. ALX did the one thing that everyone should have done, though. Talk about galaxy brain stuff here. ALX actually went through and says, what the hell did they just give us? He immediately texts me and goes, it's all old stuff. But worse yet, the stuff that's out is unredacted, and this stuff is redacted. So they're insulting us. It's all stuff that's publicly available. Flight logs that were released in 2006. 2016. They were released a decade ago. Old stuff. What Tom Fitton is suing over is the new stuff. So this is where the cookie crumbles. Judicial Watch sued the Justice Department and FBI in April after they failed to adequately respond to 3 separate FOIA requests, records filed in 2025 concerning Epstein, and including specific requests depicting the identities, clients, or associates of Epstein. Epstein document requests were sent to the Justice Department's Office for Information Policy Criminal Division review. Oh, so they do have the documents. Would you look at that? The joint statement of status report states, Plaintiff, Judicial Watch, Counsel, pursuant, anticipated number of documents, the FOIA requests, and dates. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Searches in process, and they are reviewing those results. Communication with Director Patel's Epstein client list, FBI search effort ongoing. FBI does not yet have anticipated number of documents. The U.S. Attorney's Office, initial search ongoing. U.S. Attorney's Office does not have initial number of documents. And it looks like the Office of Information Policy is also going to be releasing documents as well. Government has yet to turn over any documents, nor has it disclosed when any document might be released. Judicial Watch complaint references Fox News report, which states that President Trump returned to the Oval Office with the prospect of publicly finally being able to see Epstein's long-awaited black book, which we know is true because we have this article from Ghislaine Maxwell. You can either grab it or I know it was up. We put it up earlier in the week. As part of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial agreement, they locked up her black book. It was actually stored away. Amazing. The black book does actually exist. The files actually do exist. The government has all of them, and we know exactly where they are. As we have covered, but as was confirmed in multiple phone calls I had yesterday with top DOJ and FBI officials, the vast majority, a mountain of physical and digital evidence exists inside of the Southern District of New York, the same district that defied Pam Bondi in giving the files in the first place. Allegedly, there was a dump truck that was delivered of Epstein documents, and it all disappeared. There it is. There's the article. Ghislaine Maxwell's little black book to remain secret in court deal. Odd, that. So now, the feds are admitting that they have the evidence. Well, would you look at this, ladies and gentlemen?